Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Today I wanted to do a review of a brush set that I've absolutely fallen in love with. Now first of all, I don't really like buying brush kits because I tend not to use every brush. So generally, except for the Sigma Eyes kit, which I've used so much, I've used pretty much every brush out of that set. I usually just get individual brushes because I hate buying a whole set and then only using maybe one or two of them. But I had heard so much about the Real Techniques brush kit that I really wanted to try it out, and it wasn't that much. It was like $17.99, I believe, at Ulta. And I just got the face kit. It's like the basic brush face kit. And surprisingly, I use every single brush pretty much every time I apply my makeup. So I think this has been just an amazing investment in my makeup collection. So this is what it looks like. This is the little case that comes with it. It's got a little drawstring thing here, and then it's velcroed, and as you can tell, if you can see it, there we go. It's got a seam right there, and I'll tell you what that's for in a minute. But you open it up, and there's your brushes. There's 4 brushes in this kit, and the cool thing about this set is with the little drawstring thing, you can fold back the back corner and then take the little ball thing here, and it's hard doing this one-handed. You can tighten it up to where it will stand like a little easel on your tabletop. So I thought that was pretty cool. But basically, here's your 4 brushes. It comes with a buffing brush, a small detail brush, a contour brush, and a small foundation brush. Now, in between talking about these brushes, I will show you a clip of how I apply my makeup with these brushes. So you'll get to kind of see how I use them, see them in action and everything. But this brush kit is really, really good. I've actually recommended to one of my friends to get it, and she did. I don't really know if she likes it or not, though. I haven't asked her, but I probably should. But she was telling me that she doesn't really know how to use this whole kit either, so hopefully if you're watching now, I can show you how to use this whole kit. So these brushes were created in part by Pixie Woo, from Pixie Woo, Samantha Chapman, and their channel is absolutely awesome. They are phenomenal makeup artists. So if you haven't subscribed to them, I'm sure if you've been on the beauty side of YouTube, you've heard of them, you know who they are. But if you haven't, be sure to check them out. So she's got several kits. She's got this kit, which is all your basic face brushes. She's got an eye kit, and then they also sell some individual brushes, and I think there's another face kit. So yeah, these brushes are super, super soft, first of all. They are, I would dare to say that they're a lot softer than MAC brushes. If you've ever tried an EcoTools brush, these brushes remind me a lot of the EcoTools brushes because they're so soft. But this first brush is called the buffing brush, and you can use this for a variety of different things. I typically use it to apply my foundation, and I will show you a little clip right here. Alright, so I've already primed my face and put moisturizer and everything on. So the first brush I'm going to use is the buffing brush, and it's like I don't know, it's got a nice soft hairs to it. It's kind of flat on top and everything, so I'm going to use that to apply my foundation. And today I think I'm going to use my Chanel Perfection Lumiere. I'm in the color B12, which is the beige rose kind. So I just put some on the back of my hand. It's like 3 pumps. And then I'm just going to take a little bit onto the brush and just kind of first dot it on the side of my face. And then I'm going to use a circular motion to get it all buffed in and get it blended out properly, I guess. So as you can tell, it is amazing with foundation. I love how dense and everything that the bristles are. Well, they're not bristles, they're hairs, but it's super, super soft. It's got maybe a slight dome to it, but for the most part, it's a pretty flat brush. And it's amazing with applying foundation. So I love this brush. I love the whole kit, but there's like 2 brushes out of this kit that I am particularly fond of. So that is the buffing brush. The next one that I'm going to talk about is the contour brush. And this one is really small. It's perfect for contouring your whole face. As I'm going to show you, I used another brush before I got this to contour with, and it's just a little tad bit too big. So I love the size of these brushes. They're just perfect. And this one, once again, it's got nice round dome top and very, very soft, very densely packed hairs. And I think just the size of these brushes, they're easy to hold. I mean, and they've got a little rubber grip thing on the bottom. So anyway, without further ado, let me show you how I contour with this brush. Now I'm going to use the contour brush, and absolutely this is the best contour brush I've ever used because it is not too big for me to contour with. I was using the MAC 109 before to contour with, and you can kind of see the difference in the sizes of those. But this one I really favor a lot more for contouring because it really gets into the details of my face especially. So I'll contour like on the cheekbones, on the sides of the nose, and this is actually small enough to do all of that. All of my contouring needs can be done with this one brush. So I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and just do a couple of taps and then tap off the excess and get right there in that cheekbone area. Now moving on to the under eye concealer area. This is the foundation brush, and once again, very, very soft. I don't think this would be a very, very good pick for applying foundation all over the face, simply because the head of this brush is so small, it would take you forever to apply a full face of foundation with this brush. And just to kind of give you a visual, this brush is super, super dirty, so don't hate me for it. This is a typical size foundation brush, and this is the Real Techniques one. So you can see them side by side. The Real Techniques one is very, very small in comparison to a typical foundation brush. But I did find a use for it, and I really, really like it. I use it for my under eye area, and I kind of have a little bit of a problem with brushes, finding the right size and everything. I'm so picky about them to apply my concealer and also my setting powder underneath the eyes. And I've actually found that I can use this to do both. And this one is called the Pointed Foundation Brush. So if you have to do any concealing under the eyes, around the nose, it's small enough to get around the nose and actually get into the curvature of it. This brush is just great for applying concealer. So show you how to do that. This is the Pointed Foundation Brush, and it's a little small, as you can tell, to use just for regular foundation. So I use it more for concealing under the eyes and applying my setting powder because it's actually the perfect size for underneath my eyes and everything. So I'm going to use my Benefit Erase Paste, and I am in the color number 1. So I just take a small dot under each eye, and I kind of do it like my first dot. Most concentration of color is right here on the inner corners because that's where women tend to get the darkest. So after I've dotted that on, I'm just going to kind of blend it with the brush. Now for the last brush, I kind of save it for the eye area because it is a tiny, tiny brush, and I love that. This one is called the Detailer brush, and it is tiny, tiny, tiny. I mean, just very, very fine point to it. I use this one to get my inner corner highlight and to smudge on the lower lash line, or if I'm doing a pretty serious crease work and I want it really, really defined and everything, then I'll use this brush. But as far as doing a whole lot else, I probably wouldn't because it is very, very small. But as I'm fixing to tell you, my eyes are kind of, I don't know, they're close set together, so it's hard for me to get a brush that can get in this inner corner area that doesn't stab me in the tear duct and that isn't so big that I'm putting color on the bridge of my nose and everything like that. So I love using this little detailer brush to smudge shadow on the bottom for a smoky eye effect and to apply the inner corner highlight. So show you that. Now for the last brush, I went ahead and applied most of my eye makeup. But for the last brush, I love this one because it is so tiny, and it is the Detailer brush, and you really can do a lot of detailing with this. It is so small, it gets just right in everywhere I need it to go. First of all, I'm going to use it to add some highlight to the inner corner. I have kind of close set eyes, so it's hard for me to find a brush that is small enough to be able to do that. I usually just use my pinky finger, but once again, I hate using my fingers to apply my makeup because it just gets everywhere, and I don't know. I guess I can wash my hands, but anyway. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of that Stila, knock it off, and just use that to apply it to the inner corner. I just love how small this brush is. It's just awesome. So do that. And I forgot to add some highlight at the top underneath my brow as well. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with the same brush, and I'm going to just smoke it out on the bottom, on the lower lash line. And I'm going to use out of my Urban Decay Build Your Own palette. I bought one of the mushroom singles. That's what it looks like. It's kind of a, I don't know, like a gunmetal taupe-ish color. And I've used it in the outer V. So I'm going to use it to smudge along the lower lash line as well, just to help smoke it out some. And this little brush is perfect for doing a smoky eye with. I just really love this kit a lot. I think it is amazing. I've gotten so many compliments on how my makeup looks since I have started applying it with these brushes. I think this is a very, very good investment for someone who is kind of just starting out with makeup, or if you're a makeup artist, you can use this kit. It's you know, you get it in this nice little case. You can just throw it in your bag, and you've got pretty much everything you need face wise. I would, if I was, you know, to make a kit, I would have definitely these 4 brushes, but then I would also throw in maybe a powder brush, a blush brush if you don't like using the same brush for a multitude of uses, and then a nice eye shading brush and a crease brush. But other than that, I think that kit is perfect. So that's what, 7 brushes maybe, but getting 4 out of 7 is phenomenal. These retail for $17.99 if I haven't said it already, and they're at Ulta. You can find them. I haven't been able to find them on the Ulta website, but you can find them in the store. I didn't really talk much about the shape of these or what they're made out of. It's like a nice brushed metal, and they're orange, and then you've got this rubber grip on the bottom of it, so it feels really good in your hand. You feel like you can securely hold it and you're not going to drop it. So I think they're the perfect size as well. They're not too long, not too short. So anyway, basically this brush kit is awesome. I've gotten so much use out of this, and it's actually pretty friendly on the wallet. So it's, you know, you get 4 brushes for half the price of 1 MAC brush. So, you know, that's pretty awesome. And these are very good quality brushes. I've already washed these once and I had no fallout. I've washed this one several times and I've never had a hair fall out of it. So that's, you know, some things that you need to consider. Plus, when I wash them, they don't turn stiff, and I just use regular baby shampoo on mine. It's very, very cheap baby shampoo. But some brushes tend to go a little stiff whenever you wash them. These have not. They stay the exact same as the day that you take them out of the package. Like I said, they're very well made, so I believe these will last for a very, very long time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. I have more reviews coming up soon, different face looks. If you want a tutorial on this face look here, it's pretty easy. One more thing I wanted to mention, my cousin Aaron just started a channel himself. It is called Epic Cosmatic. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry, Aaron, if I'm not, but he's got a couple of videos up. I think he's going to be doing mostly gaming and stuff. So he's like a really big gamer and everything, but if you would be interested in that, be sure to go on his channel. I'm sure I'll have his username here, but I also put a link down below on how to get to his channel. So subscribe to him and support him and everything. So thanks again for watching, you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.